Welcome to the world of Syzygy Tileworks. Syzygy, a word in the English language that means three heavenly bodies in alignment in the same gravitational field. Like an eclipse is a syzygy. My name is Lee Gruber, and my husband David Delhunko and I started Syzygy, our handmade tile business, in our garage in the year 1993. Today, we employ 25 people and work in a building that was built in 1938 that used to house the Buick dealership in the heart of historic downtown Silver City, New Mexico. Come visit us in this wonderful community located next to the Gila National Forest in the high desert area of southwest New Mexico. Or join us now on a tour of our facility.
Syzygy Tile is a craftsman product produced by craftsmen. We believe in producing an aesthetically pleasing product produced by hand. Our process begins here in our clay department. One of the keys to producing our product is a consistent ingredient. We use a commercially produced red body clay and then cut tiles, press tiles, and extrude tiles. Our process begins by taking the clay, rolling it out in a slab roller, and producing 4x4s in the same fashion that you produce gingerbread men cookies at home. Our cutters will cut out the tile. Each tile is hand finished, dried, in anticipation of its firing. All of our decorative tiles are hand pressed into plaster molds produced here on site. The third method we use to produce our tiles, our extruders produce caps and rail pieces, bull noses, and pencil trims. Again, every tile is touched by hand for all of its finishing effects. At Syzygy, we also believe in being strong environmental stewards. Part of that process involves reusing all of our clay. Scraps from our cutting, pressing, and extruding processes are fed back into our pug mill so that we can reuse the clay and it does not end up in our local landfill. Syzygy Tile is a double-fired product. Our initial firing, or bisque firing, is done near 1800 degrees Fahrenheit. After the tile has been fired, it moves on to our glaze department. And this is really where the art and the science combine to produce our beautiful tiles. All of our glazes are applied by brush and by hand. We don't use spray booths or spray guns. The inherent color variation in our tiles are produced both by our glaze application processes, how our artisans apply the glaze to the tiles using a variety of layering techniques, brush strokes, in addition to the variations in our firing technique, both temperature and ultimately placement of tiles within the kilns, is what creates the variation, the inherent beauty in our product. Once the tiles have been fired, they're ready for their final inspection. In addition to looking for physical defects in the tile, we're making sure that the color variation suits the desires of our customer. Now the tiles are ready to move on to our blends department. A considerable amount of time is spent placing every tile in our mosaics. The entire process of creating your tile takes us weeks and weeks. Art is a process that cannot be rushed. We hope you have enjoyed this brief tour of our factory and of our process. And to quote Samuel Johnson, "No money is better spent than what is laid out for domestic satisfaction."